我把这个场景录完。这样你也损血，你他妈也太脆弱了吧！到哪？有了，再见。等一下，我有点迷糊了。他是从那边走下来的，那应该要继续往这边走。这边，哎，来吧。再见。有哪里呢？没看到。 啊，东西界高塔，这是西星界，不好意思，我再次为我的演错道歉。再见。呀，没事，模仿这东西冲啊！回血回血！哎，这西跟东嘛，我想说这比较矮，为什么会飞不过来
？Entry day plus 86.
大家一起看。哦，就是那个啦，嗨！你再次为我的演出道歉。为什么会有个录影带啊？啊，就是他哦。大会是阴间到一个不行。为什么都没有剧情啊？啊，有感想吗，小姐？看来是没有。还有箱子啊，箱子在哪？算了 ，OK。 I don't care。有点累。将手放进去当然会那个啦，会受伤。死亡有点太扯了。边界出血还是有可能的好吗？我看到这个他说你弄了8个之后，它就会那个有个猫耳朵。
Reminder, the Bureau does not have windows. If you notice a window, immediately close your eyes and make your way to the nearest safe room. You are permitted to fashion a blindfold from an article of clothing. Any resulting lapse in dress code will be excused. Thank you for your attention.
Oh.
3-day plus 86. There's been a change. Hercules and Mabel, id numbers 3 and 11 attacked my staff today. 2 fatalities. 3 if you count Mabel. She was always so kind. As a result, we are abandoning the Foundation. Northmore gave the order to transfer our resources to the upper floors. Now that my control points allow us to safely come and go from the New York streets. Did I forget to include that fact in my previous logs?
早叫你退出了。
I'm so busy using the arrays I made. Control points have been established throughout the oldest house.
哦，原来控制点是你做的。
Excuse me if I don't sound excited. It's just a few months ago, I would have been overjoyed to leave the Foundation. But now I realize I've grown fond of it. There's something deep in the stone here, deeper than that watching presence. Something warm. I feel it needing me. I won't go. I'll refuse. Northmore won't be happy, but so be it. I'm starting to see him for what he is. An impotent storm. Father Shade in a cheap suit.
哎，他赖看一下。
I snuck into the Foundation through a back door I know.
哎，马
Had
歇
to
尔
get ahead
是
of the hiss. Just a matter of bypassing the ritual protections. Luckily, the board's as distracted as the rest of the Bureau. I had to put on a brave face up there, but the situation is the worst I've ever seen. We're getting back on our feet, but we've already lost so much. Trench is dead. Darling is somewhere. I'm the only one left. But I still have a job to do. Keep the hiss back. There's not enough HRAs to spare, So I'll have to make do with what I've got.
不是在做吗？
I don't even know what will happen if the Hiss take the nail. Trench made it sound like it'd be the end of the world. He was never one to exaggerate. Well, orders are orders, even if they come from a dead man.
我看一下有没有扫路，我最近很容易扫路呢。好，没有，嘿。我们直接下去这平台就可以了。他不是很会攻击，快攻击啊！再见啦
There's the etching.
这有意义吗？算了。他法线还蛮刚好的。好呗，妥协。哦，这前任不等于特伦奇，对不对？哦，这有难哦。再见。 哦，还有这边呢。等一下哦，这样。哎，这你。
They sure changed their tune all of a sudden.
No.
I'm overthinking this whole board former thing. They can sort out their own business so long as it doesn't get in my way. Obsessing over these problems is something Trench would do. But I've got my intuition. And you.
Hey, I'm back.
Director?
The nail is almost repaired. You really do have a knack for this kind of work.
Any progress with the nail?
Of course. I've been busy with surface analysis. Its composition is remarkably similar to that of material found in the astral plane, but it alters itself between my observations. It's almost as if it doesn't like being examined.
So the nail is from the astral plane?
Not necessarily. See, if we assume that, we're suddenly facing a lot of new questions. How did something so large get out of the astral plane? How did it get inside the oldest house? Did a threshold bring it in? Did people? Maybe through the motel.
Maybe it was always here.
Doubtful.
Have you spent any time looking into the crystals growing around here?
As if I could resist. The biggest question is where it comes from. A threshold? Or is it native to the Foundation? But if so, why doesn't it grow in the rest of the oldest house? The fact that they returned to an earlier state when damaged is severely inconsistent with our reality's adherence to linear time. So either they're A, partially conscious, or B, organic elements that are foreign to and yet influenced by our dimension. The jury's still out. Have you learned anything about the crystals?
I have a power that lets me stretch them.
Huh.
Yep.
Any
Any idea what Marshall would be doing down here?
That information is on a need-to-know basis, Faden. Sorry, I can resist. But honestly, I never had much interaction with Marshall. She only came to me when she was looking for Darling. But this is Helen Marshall we're talking about, the woman who single-handedly dealt with the Bergen Peak AWE. If she's down here, it's because she needs to be.
Well, clearly she couldn't handle this one on her own.
I'll take notes. Don't be a stranger.
因为刚我也疑惑，就一开始我疑惑，我有叫你下来吗？我明明就没再叫你下来，我忙得要死，就他自己就下来 ，fine， 很 fine。哦，那这边可以打嘞。啊，移动碎片也是很 OK， 好不好？ 那应该支线哦。这干嘛？这意义何在？It doesn't make sense. 啊？为什么？它是支线任务吗？哦，有点冷诶，人家开28度而已。很多人都开21、23，那哇，冷得跟鬼一样。就这样 ，fine。因为这看起来是很像博物馆感觉，变相很像红地毯。到啦！不喜欢噗嗤噗嗤的水声。哎呦喂！就怎么会有一种看起来像日本神社那种莫名其妙的东西
Hiss got in. Boom. The nail. Pile of smoking rubble.
Marshall blew up the nail? What the hell was she thinking?
我也是这样想。我好想知道，不行，我要看一下。 那他干嘛炸掉？真的是不懂。
The hiss got in. The Foundation is overrun. I was out of time and out of options. I took all the C4 I could get my hands on and strapped it to the nail. Boom. A desperate move. But it's better off in pieces than in enemy hands.
干嘛修复它？
He always said how vital the nail was. How it was the Bureau's duty to protect it. Bullshit. Those years spent in the director's chair warped his priorities. In the end, he valued order over people, the advice of invisible voices over that of old friends. He lost sight of who he was. The board made sure of that. But I did my duty. The hiss can't corrupt a pile of smoking rubble. My last act as head of operations. I'm done.
那你在哪里？
At least I could take those bastards down with me.
所以他也是下落不明了。你就自己打好了。还没打完。他不是要上来了？哇塞，没啦！应该都哦，只有那边可以走。哦，当时我不先来炸掉这边。为什么？行吧。嗨。
Director Faden here. Send backup to my location.
It's an honor, Director.
谢谢你哦，先把这射掉。你也蛮强的呢。我现在来收挖材料。你也是蛮快的。等一下哦，我要炸开了，走。哦，他只在这边而已，好吧。有些场景是用复制贴上的啊。这边越是有什么，就越想要去看。
All right, this is the last one.
Last one.
I can't believe Marshall's brilliant plan was to blow up the nail.
我也不敢相信。
And she thought I wasn't ready.
这是这么简单哦。再炸一次吧。 那你钉住那么容易被稀释炸坏哦，也太简单了吧
There. Easy as pie. Fuck. But that's the last one. I fixed it, didn't I?
啊 ？What does it mean？ 可是我也走不了啊。我真的走不了啊！你有那么厉害？
Holy shit.
哇，你能力是真的强。
Oh, thank God.
哦，大会在干嘛啊？
What the hell was all that? Things should be better now, not worse. Emily will know. I hope.
我也这么想。Emily， 哇，现在快4点，已经4点半，凌晨的4点半。
What did you do? What is causing these tremors?
I thought you could tell me. I completed the 4 rituals just like the board told me to. The astral bleed should have stopped.
Look, it has stopped. The nail is repaired. But we have a new problem. My analysis of the nail indicates that it is literally a piece of the astral plane. Or possibly a vessel containing the astral plane. Or both. Either way, right now both dimensions are vibrating at completely incompatible frequencies. The spatial friction they are generating is incalculable.
他是想上厕所
It's
是不
going
是
to destroy both planes.
I messed this all up. Maybe Marshall was right to destroy the nail. I should have left it in pieces.
No, then the astral plane would still be leaking in. Sometimes there's no right answer, Jesse. We need more information.
No. I need to fix this now. I'll figure something out.
No, we should really make a plan. The
Dai.
tremors are originating from directly below us, but we don't know what...
Perfect. I'll head down and take care of whatever's going on. Just do what you can from here.
Jesse, you can't just...
I have to, Emily. I'm the director. This is on me.
不理你。
If you're not gonna listen to me, then you better go figure out how to stop this. There's no telling what could happen if the vibrations escalate. Take note.
这可以到底部？怎么到？要出到底？这里？直接跳下去？我决定来 Google 一下。我想录多久？那也差不多咯。Yes。哦，用杂力攻击快速移动，好，了解。就是从这边下去。然后你不炸它，就是像好像会一直震动干嘛的，然后但是你炸它，但是它又那个炸它又会心界出血，问就是麻烦。 我看不出来底部大家底去哪里啊？经过一段长沟，好哦。但我没捡到日记耶。这也没捡到。So gross. 好，没有那样日记就算了，好不好？我也不强求。等一下哦，我自己看一下。我走错边，就直接从它旁边有个坑，直接掉下去就可以了。我不知道我竟然就是重伤，好，我再掉下去。嗨，在这边而已啊。
I hope I know what I'm doing. That was just the top of the nail? How much deeper does the foundation go?
Entry day plus 118. I have changed, though it's hard to know how or why. I no longer need tools to detect the house's veins, to hear it breathe. I can feel its blood churning beneath my bare feet. I have added my own illustrations to the walls, trying to solve some mystery that the oldest house whispers to me. I have to avoid the it as I do so. They haunt me. I don't blame them. They're just following the pillar's orders. Even poor Adam doesn't seem to recognize me anymore. I've spent a long time contemplating the etchings of the tree and its roots. Did you know this city used to be a forest? I wonder if our oldest house were a different face back then. Or if it was always here. A 21st century office building since time immemorial. Can a place know the future? Can it change its skin?
就是前人的经验啊。
Can it wander? I always thought the esoteric world was my father's, not mine. But here, in this sacred place, I finally understand his devotion and his awe. I have changed, though it's hard to know how or why. I no longer need tools to detect the house's veins. To hear it breathe.
他们是来到这边。
The crystals are growing like crazy here. It's almost like they're trying to stop me.
Astral spike.
马歇尔真的没了。
I tried to get out after the detonation, but the astral spike came out of nowhere. I escaped, but my HRA was damaged. I'd bet a year's salary the board sent it. We never did see eye to eye. They have too much control over Trench, the Bureau, the House. They make themselves part of every important process. Nothing a little C4 can't fix. Two birds.
啊，好吧，他死了。
Christ, what a mess. But I stopped the hiss. I did it. If Faden did her part, then the Bureau is safe. Until the next thing. Jessie has good reason to hate the Bureau. But that could be what we need right now. She won't follow the same path. Won't fall into the same traps. She'll lead her way. So, Director Faden, here's my last lesson. You can't save everybody. HRA was damaged. The board said it.
When Marshall blew up the nail, the board attacked her. I don't fucking like it.
加一。 There's nothing holding me back. 为什么会在这边？
Nobody else hears the house.
This is Director Faden.
Their ears.
I require backup at this location.
We were shown the way inside so we could help.
Reinforcement!
Nobody else hears the house. Their ears are too full of lies. We were shown the way inside so we could help. But all we've done is fall victim to the same parasite. I should have seen the web earlier. The strands between Northmore, the pillar, the gun, the id. What hope did we have? Thrown into this conflict beyond our comprehension. I've decided to rejoin the Bureau in the upper levels, to end my long absence spent in the Foundation. Northmore will be angry at me for disobeying him, That's just his way. But I don't care. I need to remain in the oldest house to help however I can. I doubt I can steer the Bureau back on the right course, but I have to try. How did I go so long without a purpose? Without devotion? I can hardly remember how it felt. I realize how grateful I am to Father for setting me on this path. I wish I could tell him that.
Answer here!
But all we've done is fall victim to the same parasite.
嗨，老哥，
I should have seen the web earlier. The strand from the north was
哎呦，那很刚呢。Marshall，
Marshall? You're alive.
Soon you will no longer recognize us, or yourself, or him, or her, or them. Family is dead. The walls are broken, but yellow and red in the eye.
God damn it.
Inverted is made right. Leave your innocent
Fuckers
side.
take everything. I am not letting you take this.
Servants by the way. You've always been the new you. You want this to be true.
已经被控制啦，悲伤。啊，队员他没了。是朋友吗？那位前任。
Sorry, I wasn't here to help, Marshall. The nail is corrupted. That explains why the board wasn't answering and what's causing the quakes. Marshall came down here to stop this. I should have been with her. I could have saved her. But I can still save everyone else.
那要怎么办？那没办法啦，木已成舟。
Well, fuck you too.
Fuck you.
Oh, I'll be sure to.
Let's play it smart. They don't need to know I'm onto them. Not yet, anyway.
唉。到哪边都可以，对不对？我现在很懒得去开箱，就打差不多啦。何必呢？这不。我要怎么回去？啊，算了，走那个门吧。哎，是另一个那个前一任。
The nail is secure. The hiss can't touch it. I can't undo the astral bleeding in the foundation, but at least it's stopped.
Along with the seismic activity. You did it, Jesse. Did you ever find Marshall?
I did. She's gone. She died thinking she'd save the Bureau. Not a bad way to go. I wasn't ready for this crisis. I didn't even see it coming.
我这边倒过来看是。
But I promise, I'll be ready for the next one. I mean, what good is a director who can't hold her bureau together?
Yeah, 完结。我时间真的抓得很好。隔离区调查区打完了，然后 DLC 也弄完了。
I thought I know how to handle things, now that I'm the director. Clearly, it's not that simple. I need to choose a direction for the Bureau. It should be one that serves our goals, not the board's. Whatever those are. I need to lead my way.
哎，哦，不要再理论也可以，但是他是分不出来。
If it isn't my favorite director. Now that this nail business is handled, I should probably be getting back to executive. But maybe I'll keep poking around. Just for a little bit.
Has the nail been doing anything since we restored it?
Define anything.
Anything unusual?
Define unusual.
Emily.
Sorry, but the answer is a whopping yes. Now that it's whole, the nail is emitting a constant field of, well, think of it like low-level radiation. It seems to suppress any biological matter it encounters. This explains why nothing grows here and why the Bureau had to abandon the area. Prolonged exposure would certainly begin affecting neural processes.
Wait. Was the field created when I cleansed the nail?
I considered that, but the nail's readings are quite different from the ones I recorded at the cleanse control points. I think the nail's field is purely of its own making. In fact, I think it would passively prevent any His corruption, like the HRAs do. Which makes me wonder what actually occurred when you cleansed the nail.
I've been wondering about that myself.
Did the board let the hiss corrupt the nail? Did they want me to cleanse it? If so, why?
But why?
What do you know about Director Northmore?
Well, he was Director Trench's predecessor, and Northmore's famous for being the first board-appointed director. See, before we found the oldest house, directors were picked by committees of old men in suits, drinking cognac and smoking cigars or whatever. You know, standard, uninteresting methods.
I think the word you're looking for is bureaucratic.
Or antiquated. Regardless, Northmore was eventually forced to... Well, we don't need to go into that. Strangely, the only two board-appointed directors left the position under unusual circumstances. If the board appoints a director, then how do they retire them? I doubt they go out and buy you a gold watch. Sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to imply that...
Don't worry. If anyone's getting shown the door, it's them. What do you know about an entity named Former?
I can't say I've heard of it. You got any details for me?
Well, imagine a one-eyed bug thing. I think it was a part of the board, but then something happened and now it's... separate?
Interesting. See, I always wondered if the board was some sort of entity or a group or conglomerate of linked consciousnesses, but this supports the group theory. Although it could have undergone some sort of corporeal exile. Too many unknowns to form a working hypothesis yet, but I can prioritize this matter in future astral dives if you think it's important.
Fortune favors the prepared. Do it. I'm gonna keep looking around.
I wish I could go with you, but I still need 30 hours of training before I can do field work.
We'll work on that.
Hào ra. Mà chưa chứ hả? Ai. 就是他进回来了吗？更快。哎、你看。
Doorways, then which is the object of power, the slide or the slide projector? Hi, Jesse.
See you soon.
I'm Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
We gotta be methodical. Clean out every last hiss with one thumb. Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
那我们就看一下弟弟吧，这样就可以正式的完结啦。
When do you think Marshall's coming back? It's not like her to be absent during a crisis.
I'll be here waiting for you when you wake up, brother.
I hope you're right.
他长胡子哎。
You wake up.
You heard the director stop the hiss, right? Sounds like she can really handle things.
就我妹吼。
The director shut it down. No problem. It's a huge.
I heard she sacrificed her brother's soul to seal the hiss dimension.
What are you talking about? I told you 100 times to stop.
好啦。他看翻白眼。这游戏还不错哎，要加DLC我觉得时间还蛮长的。超能力啊，很有趣，丢掷，然后枪、轻物武器，然后这样转换的方式，那种 psychopath 的感觉。结局算好吗？还行吧。如果还想要走到正门呢，就最刚开始来的地方，但好像不太行。对，应该是不太行。然后因为是医保送的嘛，然后就只是买了那个 DLC 2个，就 Season Pass 423台币，还不错啦。